James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today is October 11th, 2023, 2 p.m. Central here in the USA. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. We've had another very large earthquake in Afghanistan. And I wanted to report this 6.3 because it actually came up as an 8 on the shake map and red on the pager. And I believe it was much stronger than is being indicated by the USGS. We also have another quake right here on the Himalayas. But what's so significant about this is we all know that Israel is located right here. We've been seeing big quakes up to 7.3s right here. And at the end, I'll read the Bible verse that tells you we're about to see the biggest quake that's ever occurred since man has been on earth. Moving over to volcanoesandearthquakes.com, we see that Afghanistan did in fact get hit by that big 6.3 quake. We're going to get some additional information. Remember, Israel is right here. This is the Aegean Sea, where most mainstream geologists believe the next big quake is going to occur. These are plate boundaries that haven't formed through here. Notice how they're black and blue and not red. And we've had a 5.0 right there in Turkey. I don't know exactly where this earthquake is going to take place, but flee to the mountains as high as you can go tells me it might be a tsunami that wipes out the forces and armies that surround Israel. We're going to get some information on the 6.3 for sure here. Looks like a USGS main source. The French came in at a 6.0, which means it's a very powerful quake. Let's get some detailed information and find out. Very strong, 6.3 magnitude earthquake, Afghanistan. Doesn't really sound like a very powerful earthquake initially. It is in a volcanic ridge with a bunch of plates that have not formed yet. They're in the process of forming. USGS, I believe, is their main source, confirmed. 2.7 atomic bombs worth of energy released. All right, we've got 6.3s and 6.4s all over the board except for the French, and I think they've already surrendered for World War III. We do have a 6.4 coming out of Italy, so that's interesting stuff. We've got 6.3s coming right out of Kazakhstan. This is China here at 6.3. We have 6.3s out of Germany, Raspberry Shake, and the USGS. And I want you all to remember, this is right near the biggest caldera in the world that covers almost all of China. For those of you that are not very familiar with this makes Yellowstone look like a little kitten. It's a huge caldera. And the Himalayan mountains were the only thing that stopped the magma flow into India, which actually formed all of Vietnam, Laos, and all of this peninsula, and probably most of these Indonesian volcanic islands as well. As we know, we're right there in some of this recent magma flow because there's no greenery there. It's had no chance. It's about 10,000 years, it seems, to create vegetation in these areas after the magma has, well, burnt them down, I guess. All right. And we're going by the playbook as usual. Seventh bowl, the earth utterly shaken. Then the seventh angel poured out his bowl into the air, and a loud voice came out of the temple of heaven and from the throne, saying, "It is done." And there were noises and thunderings and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such a mighty and great earthquake as had not occurred since men were on earth. Now the great city was divided in 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon was remembered before God to give her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. Now they talk about a great earthquake as the armies surround Israel, but this talks about Babylon, and this might refer to the United States. being cut into 3 pieces. Now we've had Shiite leaders call all of the armies to a worldwide jihad over the last day or two. And this is an ATF alert. Law enforcement is advising federal firearms licensees of expanding interest in criminal networks. By that, we know what they mean. Intention to utilize straw purchasers in acquiring large caliber firearms such as 50 caliber and or belt-fed rifles within the next 60 days. This activity is anticipated to occur throughout the entire state of Texas. Please contact your local ATF office if any suspicious attempted or finalized purchases occur. We just had a school teacher in Georgia arrested for straw purchasing over 40 firearms for an illegal migrant that was deported and snuck back into the country. That happened today. We should put him under the jail. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, they're bringing the fight to you, and I hope you realize what's going on. God bless each and every one of you guys. Always be prepared and keep your head on a swivel. If they're not dressed like Muslims, it's going to be real hard to tell good guys from bad guys. It's going to turn into a nightmare. Share, subscribe. Please buy us a cup of coffee or 5 in this time of need. We've been demonetized with no strikes for no reason. And always remember, ladies and gentlemen, anything's possible in bizarro world. We all know why they want me off the air. God bless you all.